Welcome to KREM 2 News at noon. It is so good to see you. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin today with a developing story. Spokane firefighters are investigating two suspicious fires that happened in North Spokane. The first one started around 2:30 a.m. on East Rockwell Avenue. That's just a few blocks south of Rogers High School. Firefighters say a shed was set on fire and the flames spread to a nearby garage. Then, about 90 minutes later, another fire was reported in a garage just a few blocks away. Firefighters do believe both fires are arson, and they are still looking for the person who started the fires. And so far, they have not provided a description. However, we'll keep monitoring that and bringing it to you just as soon as we have it. It is 12:01 right now. We're going to take a moment and get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Thomas Patrick. He is standing by. And Thomas, it's sort of wavering between sunny and a little bit gray so far this morning.
Yeah, and that has been the case here, Laura. I do think that I would describe this as maybe partly cloudy as I just kind of scan the sky conditions around me here, but no threat for rain here in Spokane, nor Coeur d'Alene, or most of the inland Northwest. However, our northernmost areas very much could still see a stray shower or even an isolated thunderstorm into this afternoon. The latest on Doppler radar does have a shower cell almost directly over Sandpoint. I think the core of it is just to the east of the city. But basically draw that line and then latitude-wise all the way through Okanogan County, that and northward has the best chance for any storms today. So we're talking areas like Winthrop, Omak, Republic, and Colville. All of you are under red flag warnings. That's for elevated fire danger, but that's quite simply because, well, thunderstorms are going to contain lightning, and lightning can spark new wildfires. So that's why we see red flag warnings. But at the same time, there are also flood watches for the same region. So these aren't dry thunderstorms. They're just thunderstorms with abundant lightning, or at least the possibility of such today. And if any of these storms hit burn scars, be that areas affected by wildfires within the past 5 years, those regions, especially in the mountains and some of the steep terrain, could prompt some flood advisories or even flash flood warnings. So that's what we're watching for in our northernmost areas today. Otherwise, the rest of us teetering between sunny and cloudy, but our temperature is still decently warm in the mid to upper 80s today.
A man is in custody after barricading himself inside a home in Medical Lake. Spokane County Sheriff's deputies responded to North Olson Hill Court last night for reports of an armed man. The sheriff's office says during the standoff, the suspect pointed a rifle at one of the armored vehicles, and then they say the suspect fired shots inside the home. Officials say crisis negotiators managed to convince the man to come out of the home unarmed. He could face felony assault and additional charges. We'll certainly track it. In the meantime, we are working to get more details following a deadly crash in North Idaho that happened over the weekend, killing 2 people. Taking a look at what happened on Saturday, Idaho State Police say that someone driving a pickup truck tried to pass another car on State Highway 41 near Blanchard, and then ended up hitting a minor on a dirt bike. The driver and the minor on the dirt bike both died. State police say the dirt bike did not have any headlights on. Investigators have not released the identities of those who died. Happening tonight, road work along Highway 195 will impact drivers south of Spokane. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones has a look at the project and what we all need to know.
Well, crews will begin their road work tonight at 7 p.m. They're going to start that in Spangle, make their way south to north. So it'll be between Spokane and Spangle, and eventually they'll make their way out here to Cheney-Spokane Road. But to give you a little bit more context on this section of road, it's in between Cornwall Road to Cheney-Spokane Road. Tonight, crews will start their work with survey, guardrail, curbing, and any other preliminary work before paving gets underway next week on August 19th. They'll be working north, so the project will begin in Spangle and again make its way up. There won't be any lane closures north of Hatch Road until after September 10th due to a City of Spokane project impacting the intersection of US 195 and Meadow Lane Road. Work will take place Monday through Friday between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. So if you're on the road in between those hours, WashDOT is just asking that you give crews their space to work and to remember that you may face some potential delays because of that repaving of northbound lanes. But for now, reporting in Spokane County, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Also this week, Spokane Public Schools will be discussing changes to its phone policy. Right now, the district plans to put a proposed ban in place with the start of school in September. The proposed restrictions vary by grade level. So, for example, high school kids would be barred from using phones in class, but allowed to use them during lunch and in between classes, while elementary students would be completely banned from using them during school hours. The proposal is on the agenda for Wednesday's meeting coming up again Wednesday at 6 p.m.